it the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow eluding the pressure right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contained, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And Boswell missed it. Missed it to the right. No good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss, because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one. So they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati.
Here we go. Hot. Get that ball. Ready? Nice hot. 11 mighty. Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check out. 11. 28. Mike, he's coming. Check in. And it's got.
From midfield now, Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly, and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A toss left, Mixon. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They go play action with Burrow. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Joe Burrow in year number 2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what are you trying to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally, you want to take that away from a quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance to maneuver around the pocket, sometimes get out of it, big plays result. I want him throwing the ball on time and then tackling the receivers so there's no extra yardage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 180. Check, 93's the mark, 93's the 11. Pick it up, D. Check, 93's the mark, 93's the mark. Check.
Burrow looking to pass. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 3rd down, Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And it's complete. They're going to get the first.
And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
Nothing here.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Ben's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Roethlisberger will throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Joe Mixon, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Steps away. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Sliding out of the pocket. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's second and 10.
Now the former fourth-round pick. It's Kalen Ballage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started? It's taken a while as both teams have tried to settle in. Maybe now the pace will accelerate.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
First down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see a little...
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. And this will be taken at the 13. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
An option handoff given to Harris.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger rolling to his right, and he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Boswell's kick is good.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And now Roethlisberger signals for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Roethlisberger. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. Big Ben with his size, sometimes it still surprises me when he can dance for a first.
He's the preeminent quarterback at taking contact, shedding it, and turning it into a big play. You know what they say about him? It's not the first 3 seconds of the play that you're worried about with him. It's the next 3. Takes the hit, and now he creates a big one.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Harris. Fighting through at the 25. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
90 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Ready? 230.
They'll run on first down. Harris. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, can. 12. Go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
11, mighty. You got nothing. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Hey, I'm coming. Mike 28. 11. Mike 28.
From the 39, Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Here we go. Can. Todd. 11 MT, Tate. 11 MT, Tate.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
11 Thomas. Mike 28. Squeeze, double. Mike 28. Watch the run.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got an open man, it's Rattling. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Come on, Rick. He's coming. Check in. 11 mighty. Hey, we got to go score.
Play action. It's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here we go. 180. Nice one. 11.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. 11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 124 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. This is Harris. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check, lucky. Switch.
They'll try the left side. It's Harris, and he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 35. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And this one is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They run for it with Harris. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. An option handoff given to Harris. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On first down, it's Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ballgame.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
2nd and 11 now.
They hand this off to Harris. Room here to run. And now the rookie's free. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris
with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Steelers extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.